I agree.
If you don't like MPEG, I think you should leave.
It's amazing that this campaign has had nothing to do with Mpreg, but Mpreg has become such an important part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
I
fine, we're
think
gonna meet a seahorse person.
I think we should, instead of meeting a seahorse for MPEG, it should end up with secretly the whale has been this religious cult that has to do with impregnating a male to
I've
give birth to
already
an
had
dragon.
I've already had a cult of Mpreg in my games.
What?
Oh god,
No,
you
you
guys
didn't.
are
When?
talking about
Where?
it.
Yes, I did. You
Where?
remember the cult of the dragon?
That wasn't MPEG.
That was definitely Mpreg.
I
What are
saw
you
The
it.
guys?
the first campaign where I introduced those people, I described to you two corpses that looked male laying in a bed with each other next to a book full of fertility rituals.
Yeah, that was an MPEG because we didn't see an egg. We sat in that room for 35 minutes, fucking
Yeah,
around.
you sat in that room for 35 minutes because about halfway through describing a sex cult room, I remembered that one of our players was a sex repulsed asexual, and I didn't know what to fucking do about it.
Oh well, is what I say.
So
But that's
now for the last three some shots I've run have all been about a cult called the Cult of the Fertile Dragon that's about Mpreg dragons.
see, we never got
Wait,
that
don't
from the
dragons
lore.
lay eggs?
Yeah.
Like they're reptiles, right? Don't they just lay eggs?
Why do I have to fucking sign into my Steam again?
I don't know, this is what the cult was about.
I
I
think
didn't expect the cult to last four separate campaigns. Even if one of them was half a session because somebody brought arrows of slaying to my big scary multi-stage boss fight.
yeah.
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'll be back.
True.
What? All I understood from that was I miss my wife and MPEG.
My mic any good? Do I have to get the other headphones?
No, you're good.
Are you sure?
1,000%
Yeah, your
sure.
mic's fine.
Red goose, rubber goose, green goose, apple juice, large fries, chocolate shake.
Birthday cake.
I can't bake.
I don't remember the order of the items in that song at all.
I remember when that show was like good.
It was good at some point.
But I'm ready. You guys are.
Are we all ready to start? Is everybody?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
recording the MPEG conversation
Yep, I'm ready.
for like 30 minutes.
you have to tell us when you're recording.
Yeah.
For a video, are you going to make like a 35-minute compilation of all of our conversations about Mpreg?
I want to. I'm just too lazy. Oh, I forgot to at my server. I'm willing to pay people to voice act something for me if they can get the right voice.
Who would like a recap? Who would like to do a recap? I'm not doing a recap. I've been in Italy and my brain is mush.
Uh,
So is most of La
Uh,
Squadra.
Could have asked how it was for you.
It was very Italian.
um,
Kinda hot.
Lenny, we found Lenny. He had just had the shit kicked out of him. So we saved him, and then we found out he got paid for the job we did, but was then ganked by the flying murlocs, and we sort of came up with a plan. And there was a death dwarf who played sick drums, and the coven have us another place to hit tomorrow morning. And Fable is going to infiltrate the flying murlocs
That's just
to meet
wrong.
Pops.
Oh, she already did that.
That's already happened.
Yeah.
You all recently just met outside Genevieve's tailor's.
I don't remember how Fable and Pops went.
Do you want me to tell you?
You can too.
And
Yeah,
Ramona
we
wouldn't
blew up-
know.
We blew up. Yeah, you can ask in session, because we blew up the whole bar. We 9/11'd it.
9/11s are bad.
And we had tea and cakes.
You did.
Nerds.
And yeah, that'll be where the session starts. You have all reconvened just outside of Genevieve's tailor as the sign is flipped from closed to open.
Yeah, Fable's gonna be wiping her eyes, wiping away some of the tears.
Why tears? Why was she crying?
Because Pops didn't join our gang, and she knows the gang
Oh,
life
yeah.
is hard, and she knows
True.
that inevitably, because she's building a gang, that she might have to fight Pops down the road.
Yeah, that's true. I just didn't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, so
And
who's
now we're
going
in
in
front
first?
of the tailor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Genevieve.
Actually, I have a question because I kind of want to buy something off her, if she has it, obviously. Uh, does she sell like magical clothing of any sort, or no?
You can commission magical clothing. You can also commission runes off of her.
Mm-hmm.
She sells normal clothing, but if you want anything enchanted, it requires a commission.
Can I
I see.
commission my armor, my
You,
explorer's clothing?
you lot can afford magic runes.
I can, yeah. I got just enough to afford magic runes.
I guess I got 200 gold. I might be able to get some magic armor.
Yeah, get a
You can
a
afford.
potency
You
rune.
can afford a +1.
Yeah.
You can afford a +1 to your armor if you want.
Can I try to discount it?
I don't know. What's the
You-
cost?
would you
What
like-
do you want to put on there? Is it
you
going to
should-
be a fundamental rune?
I'm putting a potency rune so I can get a +1 to armor class.
Yeah, fundamental.
Yeah.
I would also like one of those if you can sweet talk this lady.
Okay.
Well, I mean, normally her commission price is
About 160 gold.
25% on top of cost.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's fine. That's not
But
too bad.
she likes you a lot, so that's going to drop down to 5%
Without us,
without you trying to argue for less of a commission. However, if you argue and you upset her, that can go back up. So do you take the 20% discount, or do you try and fight for an extra discount knowing that that discount could drop?
I wouldn't be Fable.
I will take the 5% discount.
I wouldn't be Fable
I'm
if I
gonna
did a
push
discount.
past Fable to pay my money before Fable
I can
talks.
put it on. I know how.
Hey Genevieve, can I quickly get a rune? Just like holding Fable's face shut.
Of course. What work would you like done?
The one that makes me harder to hit with things.
A potency room for armor. Lovely. That'll be
170?
170.
With the 5%, it comes out to 168 gold. I will pay 170. That
Oh.
gives me nicer numbers.
Thank you very much. But it was only 106 gold. I need to double check that now.
It's definitely 160
I mean, I'll take the 106.
for armor
Total.
potency.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, so it is 160. Yes, thank you very much. Now, if you could just give me the arm that you'd like it, you can have it back in an hour.
Oh, I thought this would take a lot longer. Just start
No.
stripping and getting this armor off in the middle of her shop.
No, a fundamental rune can be done within an hour if you're a skilled tailor.
Sure.
Fable is also gonna start stripping.
Would
but-
you like something? Would you like something light and comfortable to wear while you wait?
Yeah. Also, like, so I've been wearing wooden armor.
Yes.
Do you have like a sort of like fishy version of that? Because the wood keeps getting wet.
Yes, and I can imagine that the wood swelling under the water is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Can I swap my wooden armor for coral armor?
What's the price difference between
There
wooden
is
and
no
coral
price
armor?
difference. I think I'll double check, but wooden breastplate.
Well, as Layla looks very pleased by your decision to get coral armor.
Yeah, it's not weird that I'd be like wearing a dead sea creature.
Well,
When you wear wooden armor, you're only wearing a dead tree.
Yeah,
when you're wearing leather,
but
you're wearing a
but
dead
trees-
animal.
And those boots you once wore, I'm sure, were attached to a cow or some similar animal.
yeah, but I don't meet a lot of cow people. And we meet a lot of fish people.
I think they'll understand.
I see your point, yes. Normally I wouldn't just let someone swap armor, as the armor they'd give me would be significantly more damage than the armor I'd be giving them, but
I'll take
seeing
secondhand
as
armor.
you're a friend of Pearl's, I can do this exchange for you.
Coral armor is also less expensive than wooden armor, so technically you'd be making money. Hands this wet, soggy armor over.
Yeah, you watch as she kind of just like grabs it in a clump and just drops it off to the side of the counter.
Thank you.
I shall have your new armor for you ready in an hour. And you? And she looks down to you, Fable.
Fable's already stripped, like naked, set her clothes on the table. I want what she's having.
Did you need to take off all your armor?
My clothing is my armor.
Would you like the coral armor or just the...
Oh, if you can just
runes?
put runes on this, that would be fine. I'm not really
This
efficient
will be absolutely
with armor.
fine.
Now, if I can, I also have, if it will help with the price, I have a shit ton of alcohol. Fable is gonna pull out of her bag some alcohol and set it on the table. This, I want to use this to help lower the price. It can be used for good Molotov cocktails. And then Fable winks.
As much as you're a friend of Pearl's, I am going to say that I am not a thrift shop. I am willing to discard of old armor, but I'm not going to take any old thing you carry around in your pockets.
Oh. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
It'll be the same price as it was for your friend, 170 gold.
Okay. And now I'm broke. She's gonna hand over 170 gold.
Maybe we'll hold her hand forward before you can do that. Let me pay for it, Fable. You should keep your money for something else you'd like.
Hmm. The
I will
immediate
proceed
word.
to pay the HUD. Huh?
I would say the immediate word that came to my mind was crime.
That is how Fable makes most of her money.
God
True.
damn it. It's 170, right?
170. You have very generous friends. They're few and far between these days.
Yeah, they're the
And
ones.
then she looks in the general direction of you two, Layla and Kane, and says, "Is there anything I can help either of you with?"
Actually,
Hmm.
yes, I wanted to put some runes on my clothing. Since it's very light clothing, I don't know how many runes it can handle, actually. So, how many runes could I put on my jacket?
Well, if it's unarmored, it can handle a basic rune, which a fundamental rune even, which is the proficiency rune. And if you wish to put any other runes, a fundamental rune is first required, as it creates the template.
Okay,
And in a out of game thing, I believe it's 1 additional rune for non-armor, 2 additional runes for light, and 3 for medium and heavy.
I see.
Either that or it's tied to
I think
what
it's
level
tied.
of potency you have.
Yeah, I think it's tied to the level of potency.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, then, first of all, I would like at least one. Actually, how much is 2 runes of potency? Like, how much gold is that?
A potency level 2 is 1060 gold.
Oh.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah, that's all my money. So I will get a +1 armor potency rune, and also I would also like a shadow rune. I think is the name.
Yep. I was
Ooh, that sounds
just
cool.
I was about to
Yes,
ask about that too for me.
like yeah, it's basically just +2 stealth checks, which is cool. It's good to have. And I was also thinking about Swallow Spike because I thought it was funny and slick, but that's like a lot of runes for just a jacket. So I'll just get the Shadow rune first of all.
Lovely.
So
So
yeah,
that'll be 160 plus 55 with a 5%
no,
commission.
can I get a Shadow greater or no?
Greater shadow rune will cost you 650 gold.
That's good. That's good. Yeah,
Lovely. So that'll be 800,
810, right?
Yes, let's call it 810.
Perfect. So armor potency 1 and shadow. Let me get it here. Shadow greater. Bye. Perfect. That will be it. Thank you.
Lovely. I shall have that prepared for the lot of you. Well, with three of you ordering, with 3 of you having runes done, it might take me a little while longer, but come back in a couple of hours and it shall be ready.
Are you sure you don't want anything, Laylu?
Well, it's for a case that I need to get a little bit more gold, but I haven't immediately.
Well, I'm sure we can, chip in.
I have like
can-
200 gold, Leilu. I can buy you one if you want.
or maybe like we could find you a weapon upgrade or some sort of magical benefit so you don't fall off in combat. I mean,
She'll look to her back and pull out her spear and one of the javelins. I've gotten a little bit used to using these, but in terms of actual combat, they haven't been the most helpful. Not really sure what I could get as a substitute or how to.
Well, there is a weapons fabricator a few blocks that way, and she sort of gestures off to the right side of her shop.
I can drive you.
Is Pearl here first?
Pearl's never to these meetings on time. She'll be here in 20 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, we could do that. We could also buy dinosaurs.
We could.
Well, they cost
Roger's Rodent and Reptile Emporium is only a few blocks away.
we can purchase them as pets, but they cannot be trained or contribute to combat in any way for 10 gold pieces. I thought we could buy useful dinosaurs. We can't.
You're telling me you don't want a tiny little velociraptor you can keep in a cage?
Honestly, it'd be great meat
No.
if we get hungry and find ourselves needing to eat.
I just worry how it would get on with the rest of the Union.
Oh, I think it'd be fine.
I cannot imagine a group of goblins and a velociraptor.
I mean, it could work well. A monkey
It
is
would
3
make-
gold pieces.
True.
We could buy lots of monkeys.
I once heard a folk story about goblins that rode velociraptors into battle.
Oh.
Honestly, sounds more like an elf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's actually taken she's put these 2 stacks of these weird, like, pure white pantsuits on the desk, and she goes, "These will be your clothes until I can have the fundamental runes etched in."
It's okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
fine being naked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you destroy them, there's a 10 gold replacement fee.
Okay.
So please don't destroy them.
Got it.
Fable will refuse.
And then I'm afraid you're not allowed to leave the shop when
Well, no,
without
the issue,
wearing them.
yeah. We'll cover Fables.
Hmm?
Yeah, sorry, the issue is that Fable will walk around with no clothes on. So I'll cover Fables.
No, you only have to pay the cost if they're destroyed.
Yes, I'll cover Fables if it gets destroyed.
He perks up. Actually, if you don't mind me asking, do you have anything that could potentially be used by an animal companion?
What size are we talking here? Are we talking German Shepherd, horse?
A juvenile lion? Like almost fully grown, but not quite?
Did you bring Leo into the shop with you?
She left him outside, but she will call him.
And she sort of peers over the thing. Yes, I have a few things that looks like they might fit him. I have a large selection of collars.
That sounds like something you'd be interested in, buddy.
Leo sort of looks up at you with his usual distracted derp.
Have the therapy of distance. I think he'd like that, actually.
Well, if you're looking for something enchanted that could improve his abilities, I have
Bubble to the flashbacks to the amount of times that Leo has brutally killed someone. Oh yes, he definitely needs the pick me up.
We do have one item that was recent in. I haven't created it. It was imported. But it's called a Chaos Collar. It's a little more expensive than many of the others.
We'll chip in.
But at 125 gold pieces, It is a collar that binds itself to the creature.
What is it?
I'm just reading this. Three nights per month. The fuck? Yeah. Why would anyone want this?
It's often used by trophy hunters hoping to make a name for themselves by defeating threats they artificially created.
Ah, so it's a poacher's thing. Yes, this imported item will they say it comes from the curse of a lycanthrope. Once bound to a creature 3 times per month, the creature will become a large monster. It appears roughly the same. It appears as the same size as the original animal. Doesn't change the animal's stats, but always something new
And horrific.
and horrifying. A unique particular. No, probably don't want that.
Oh,
It's me as a DM reading that. That's a shit item.
yeah, I need one.
You could change it, make it a better version.
I think that
Yeah, but I'd call the
I
name
think
for it
I'll.
Chaos Collar. I have
I
some
think I
other
might
things
just.
in selection. If you just give me a moment, I can check through my stock.
I just don't want to keep.
Don't worry, uncollared
It's-
pets are incredibly common in these places. We have he doesn't seem to be big enough for saddles. We do have a selection of collars.
Hey, I guess you can give me the colors and I can pick one out. Then.
Yes, we have a selection of non-magical collars, and then she sort of disappears off into the back and comes back with what can only be described as like a big wooden crate that seems to have loads of different boutique collars in it, ranging from like black leather spiked collars to pink fluffy collars with flowers and stuff, and a few basic leather collars.
She will cast Speak with Animals on Leo and then proceed to say, out of these collars, which one do you think you like?
Leo sort of paws up onto the counter, and Leo is almost fully grown now, and when he brings himself up onto the counter with like his front paws, Leo is very, very big. He's probably bigger than everyone else in the room. And Leo sort of looks over and gestures towards this like thick leather dog collar that seems to be padded on the inside. That one looks comfy.
Okay. We'll take this one. He has spoken.
Lovely. For the collars, they are 5 silver each.
Oh, that's it then. I'll have to pitch in for the guys after. He'll just hand 1 gold. You can change.
Thank you very much. Although
For
something
checking
that
you.
may interest you, and she pulls out what can only be described as like fluffy boots for dogs.
Blank booting.
Give Leo one of
Looks back.
those. He'll hate it.
Looks back at Leo to see his reaction.
Leo's sort of staring at them, and Genevieve goes on. These are fitted boot. These are boots of speed for animals. They're 200 gold pieces, a bit on the expensive side, but they increase his. Movement speed by 5, and they give him a +1 to athletics checks.
This might need to be commissioned. But do you think you could do something for Festus? Just some like basic barding and armor. And I would like to pay 25 gold pieces for medium heavy armor for my bird, because you can buy medium heavy armor for birds.
Yes, you can. Sure, go for it.
It's going to cost me 25 gold.
Yes, it will need to be commissioned, and it might take me a little longer. But I'm sure if you come back tomorrow, I will have an update on it, if not it completed. Does he sit still well?
Yeah. As long as your fingers don't look like small animals.
And she sort of gestures to for him to land on the table.
Yeah, and Festus just like very slowly walks.
And you watch as she gets out a proper tailor's tape measure and starts taking his measurements.
I wanted to buy Festus a bomb saddle, but they cost 2,800 gold.
Yeah, bomb saddles are expensive.
Yeah, but then I can drop 6 bombs on people. And you can drop the entire payload as a 2-action move. It's fucking great. Can you make bombs as a witch? Fable?
Yes, I can. I just need time, the ingredients. If you can get me it, I can probably make you a few different types of bombs.
Well, no, I don't have any way of dropping bombs yet, but
Oh,
I just think it's got the potential.
yes. Actually, I sold some bombs a while back.
To who?
I used to do it before we all met. I'd sell potions, bombs.
Oh, okay, that's
That's how I made money enough to travel. And then I met you guys, and I've been here ever since.
good.
Now I finally have my own coven. Life is going really well, except for the fact that Pops isn't with us. And I'm disappointed in the Moist Coven.
See, did you
Hmm?
really expect Pops to change side?
Yeah,
So I know we had conversations about him switching sides.
he's gonna give it real
You-
deep thought. That's what he said. And he meant it.
Okay, Fable.
He did. Kane was there. And if he didn't mean it, and I felt like he didn't mean it, I would have blown it all up.
And are you a good judge of if people mean what they say?
Mm-hmm.
You-
None
are
of you
you-
have lied to me yet.
Good at reading social skills?
I think I am. I take people at their word. I don't know why.
You know what,
it takes so
Fable?
far.
That's probably a really good thing that's never going to backfire.
It hasn't yet. And Pop's been very good to me.
Of course,
I
Fable.
I do wish though he changed sides. He's gonna think about it. He's gonna do it. Hopefully. And Fable gets this like really sad like expression. I just don't want to have to kill him.
Well, we could always just not kill him,
No,
even if you have to fight him.
if we kill his friends, the ones he's close to, then he's gonna try to kill us. And
Yes.
I
See,
I told Kane on the way back, if at any point in my conversation with Pops, if I felt like he was never ever gonna join us, I would have had to kill him right there. And I would have.
Uh, that's true. And honestly, if there's one thing I trust Fable with, is her judgment of people. And I'm being very honest when I say that.
I just hope he decides to join us before the time comes where we have to fight him.
and are you prepared if you do have to fight him?
Yes. Just like I was prepared to kill him. Because as much as I love him, knowing that he might kill one of you or any of our coven would break my heart. And I would end him. I'd protect you all with my life. That's what it means to be in this coven.
Yeah, that's actually really mature of you,
Fable, can you
Fable.
do me a favor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
excuse
you
me.
roll
Yeah.
me a luck check?
Ooh. Just a flat
Wait, Fable or
D20.
Leilu? Sorry.
A Fable, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Fable gets type 2 diabetes.
You.
17.
17, sure. All of a sudden, the bell goes. And stepping into this shop is a familiar looking half elf man in tight leather trousers wearing a lucha libre mask.
Oh my god.
Is this Pops or who? Oh no, I know who it is.
It's
Thanator.
Thanator.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stay in the
How does he know where we are?
I think I told him.
Hello there, my companions.
Did anybody tell him where we were going?
How'd you get here, Thanator? Why are you here?
Fancy meeting you here. Thanator is here to collect a very special item. And Thanator steps forwards, and then Genevieve comes out with this, like polystyrene head that's got a lucha libre mask on it that is identical in every way, right down to the scratches and twirled threads to the one he's got on his head.
I knew it was a mask.
And it is a 100% copy. The scratches, the stress on the leather, the stitching is identical. It is a perfect
There we go.
copy.
That is kind of cool. Do you have a match coming up? Fana.
The mighty Thanator has no matches coming up soon. This was a present to himself.
What are you gonna do with the old?
Lovely.
I shall
I'm gonna
continue
be,
to wear it.
I'm gonna be right back. If I'm not back soon, then Leilu went to go check that store that the person told her to.
Then what are you gonna do
No
with this new
problem.
one? Are you gonna wear it
The
over
new
this
one I shall... No, the new one shall be for special occasions. It is always good to have a informal and formal mask, you see.
Hmm.
You see, Thanator has been working very hard.
You have, Thanator. You deserve this. You earned it.
And Thanator finally reached his new workout goals, and he decided that then was the optimal time to purchase himself a new formal event mask. And then he sort of walks up, takes the mask off of the polystyrene head, puts it over the mask he's currently wearing, looks around a bit, takes it off, and thank you, madame, and drops a pile of coins on the counter and just walks off.
Sometimes.
He is of absolutely equal standing to us in the Union.
Wait, Thanator, have you been praying? Like I've taught you?
Of course.
Good.
Thanator would not wish to upset the mighty Bug Witch.
Good. I'm proud of you, Thanator. You're gonna win your next match when it happens.
And Thanator does this very dramatic curtsy as he backs out of the building.
Cities are weird.
It is. But we're making a lot of allies.
Yeah.
When do you think Fiona's gonna be here?
I hope she's here really soon. Because
And upon you saying that, as if by magic, step through about a minute after Thanator leaves. Having a conversation is Bonnie and Pearl. And as they enter, Bonnie seems slightly distressed over whatever they're talking about. Oh, I see you're all already here.
We were here
Let's
on
go
time.
downstairs and talk.
You're just proving more and more that the Moist Coven is incapable of doing things without us.
shh. Shh.
What?
It doesn't matter. Whatever. You already heard her.
We're on time.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
We actually
Yeah,
came
and
here
Bonnie
early.
and Pearl sort of like open up the secret hatch and go downstairs, and Genevieve goes up to the window and closes it.
Even Genevieve
Closes
was
the
on time before
blind
that.
and switches the sign to closed.
Yeah, Fable's
And
gonna...
I presume you follow them
Mhm.
downstairs.
Yeah.
As you follow them downstairs, Bonnie pulls out of a bag she had slung over her shoulder pages and pages of notes and references and pictures and even a couple hand-drawn maps, and sort of spreads them out amongst the table in this little under room. So I figured out the location of the next zoo in the chain, as it were.
How'd you do that?
I cross-referenced a load of delivery notes and orders and guard rotations just to narrow down where I'm 99% sure it sits.
I don't know if this is any of any help, but it seems like the people delivering the land species are the moist, not the moist coven. You're the moist coven. The fine murloc. But I know they're also the biggest gang, so they might be doing it.
I don't think it's them, they might be working for the person who's doing it,
Hmm.
but it's not them themselves.
Does anybody know who the real head of the flying Murlocs is?
Probably the whale. But right now, the closest thing to a head is in Fable Shivers. That man.
Yes, all of our sources indicate that the whale, that the same person that owns the flying Murlocs owns all these zoos, also runs a whole load of other smaller operations, and is generally has his hands in a lot of different pies, as it were. I believe that's the surface dwelling phrase, hands in pies.
Why?
Yeah, do you not have pies?
Pastry doesn't hold together very well underwater.
Why would they have their hands in multiple pies? That ruins it for everyone else.
But then you get to eat multiple pies. Would you not eat multiple pies, Fable? If
No?
I gave you 2 pies right now? What if I gave you... No?
No. I'd share it with all of you in this room.
Wait. Okay.
But yes, so
Are you ever
we
afraid that
found this.
they keep records of people who try to look up that data of theirs? Or are you ever afraid that maybe we're secretly being watched as the Union Coven, since we have come into this city and made a lot of noise? And since we were
Um,
last seen in coming into Genevieve, if someone was actually watching us as a whole and seeing you all come in and the shop close, wouldn't that
I
just
I,
raise
I think
suspicious?
somebody would have tried to kill us by now if they were sort of following us that closely.
Well, you lot are almost certainly being watched, or at least your fancy new motorcycle repair business is.
Oh, that's good. I hope the rest of the Coven is watching it.
But no, but I don't think anyone's specifically following us and knows exactly what we've got up to. Because I think they probably would have just sort of jumped us on the streets by now. We're
Or
not the
wait for us
most
to
sort
go
of
to sleep.
prepared. Hmm?
Or wait for us to go to sleep. That's the best way to get someone. That's what a lot of real predator animals do at night.
Yeah, I think if we were being stalked that closely, somebody would have tried something by now because we keep splitting up.
Mhm.
So I don't think we have to worry about that.
But if we appear at another prison and then it goes south immediately and we destroy this one, people will definitely know it's us.
Well, I'll be honest, if we manage to get into this second one and destroy it, I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves.
Yeah. But that's why we should find all of them beforehand and destroy them each at the same time.
Well, we've got leads on locations for the others, but we were hoping that the next one would contain more information about the others. As cliche as this sounds, it seems like we're finding information about them in chronological order. So that one that you just blew up was the most recent to appear. This one seems to have been the second most recent to appear. And we're hoping that the next one we manage to pull information on will be the one before.
Mm.
It's almost like someone with no writing talent has put this together.
It
She
does. It's
sneers as
almost
she
like
shuffles through these papers.
it's like a real story with that's just being made up on the fly. Why does
Yes,
one of them sound
maybe they should have tried harder in English.
Maybe there's something wrong with them.
I'm thinking of this weird word dyslexia. I don't know what it means. It's a fun word.
Yes, from the information we gathered, they they very recently took in their last shipment, so they won't be taking in another group of prisoners for at least a few weeks. But we think we can call in a few favors and have emergency external guards brought in, which we were thinking to pose as you, or have you pose as.
If
Are
we
they,
do
are they
this,
going to be
we should.
suspicious that we're not fish?
Well, I was gonna
I'm-
suggest that we
Dress up as fish people,
not just
so
dress
they
up
won't
as
know what's
fish
coming.
people, but use magic and turn ourselves into fish people.
I don't know if I want to be a person.
Well, it's only gonna be temporarily. It's just disguise. We're not gonna actually be fish people.
Just looks at Leilu, looks at the rest of these fish people.
Well, we gotta turn Leilu into a not fish people.
Oh no, I'm just worried about. I don't know. I just quite like my own skin.
Oh, you'll still have the skin. Maybe the magic will turn your horns into like little hair things or antennas that stick out. They'll still be your horns. It's just an illusion. Like, is there a deck of cards anywhere? Can
Not in this room,
I,
unless one of you has a deck of
Kane, do
cards.
you have a deck of cards?
I don't think so, actually.
Well, it's like
What
doing
do you need
magic.
it for?
Oh, I was just gonna show
So-
you an illusion.
Oh, I can give you a jellyfish lamp.
Fable,
Yes,
you can do magic, right?
I
Why
can.
do you want to do? Why do you want to do these tricks then?
Oh, I don't have any illusion magic, and I don't want to disguise myself at this moment with illusion
I see.
magic.
Yeah, do you ever just look at your equipment list and not remember why you have something?
All the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the jellyfish lamp came from. It does sound like something I might have bought in character creation, but I just have a jellyfish in a jar.
Any particular reason?
I think I just bought it in character creation when I was going to be a centaur person. Is this, I don't know. Is this normal in the city? Have we seen anyone else with jellyfish in jars as lamps? If not, I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to leave it.
Have you been paying attention to the sort of lights that people have been using to illuminate the outside of their shop?
Ramona digging through her bag and finding this lamp just looks around the room. Are all of these just normal light?
Yeah, they all seem to be cast iron lanterns with like little flames in them.
I'm just going to take my jellyfish in a jar and put it next to Leilu. Stealthily.
Okay. Pearl looks.
Can I roll a
Does it-
stealth check?
Sure, roll me a stealth check.
I got a natural 20 for
Cool.
33.
Oh.
Wait, what do you get?
Bonnie is too busy rolling her eyes, and Pearl is just looking bewildered. Pearl looks to the Pearl looks to the group of you and says, "Well, I had an idea for how to get us in here, but you guys seem like you have it thoroughly covered."
What's the idea?
Well, although they're not taking any more normal prisoners, they would
Oh, the
pay a
guards.
lot of gold.
Yes.
They would pay a lot of gold for a unique prisoner.
Oh.
So we send one of us in under guise of a lycanthrope or some other rare,
God, I thought you were going to say
I'll
like
do
a
it.
shadow.
and have the rest of us pose as guards.
I
I'll
thought you
do
were going
it.
to say like a tiefling or a shadow person.
I can do
They
it.
would make. They would make very good potentials.
I can disguise myself as a werewolf if you need, or a werebear, or a werebat, or a were-crocodile, since that seems more everyone's thing, or a were-shark,
I mean,
or a were-were.
a man.
Yes.
What does a man look like?
It's a man that turns into a bigger, hairier man.
Isn't that just puberty?
That's what that is? Oh. They get hairier, bigger, sometimes just lankier. They get hair on the face.
Well, I mean the a fletchling or a tiefling would be a very rare thing indeed in these things. So, which one of you is willing to walk into an enemy nest
Well,
with nothing but the clothes on your back?
I'm better
yeah,
at that.
like, yeah, but if you're caught sort of unawares, Fable, you're like tied up or something, are you going to be able to cast spells?
As long as they don't tie up my wrist. Let's see. And she sticks her hands onto you.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna like hold your wrist and just see if I can just overpower you.
Okay, as you grip my wrist, I'm gonna cast needle darts at you, Ramona.
Okay.
Can I cast
My
needle darts?
athletics to
And
hold
this-
your wrist is a 29.
Okay, how do I
Yes,
hit?
Fable, please make me a competing athletics check. If you beat Ramona's athletics, you can cast the spell. If you can't, she stops you from casting the spell.
Wrong thing. My bad. This isn't the other place. 20.
What was yours, Ramona?
28.
Yes, you go to perform the actions with your fingers you need to do to manifest these darts. But Ramona just clamps her fists tightly around your hands, stopping you from doing it.
Hmm. I also
Yeah.
have this trick, and then she's gonna bite Ramona's hands.
Sure, make a unarmed strike against Ramona's armor class, which is
25 currently. Well, no, I don't have my armor on, do I?
no, you're unarmored.
22.
So what's that? Dex plus proficiency.
Yes.
Uh, uh, no, my unarmored AC is 23.
23?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Fable goes to
This is
bite your
worthy.
wrist.
This is worthy of a hero point, alright? Hold on.
You're gonna hero point just so
That
you
just got
can
worse.
bite
It's
Ramona.
worth it. Yes.
Yeah, Fable. You watch as Fable sort of comprehends the fact that you stopped her casting a spell for a second. And then she just opens her mouth and lunges straight for your wrist, but you manage to pull your arm away before she can bite you.
Yeah, and then after that.
So tempted to hit you back, but like, just Ramon takes a second, deep breath. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
See? And that's how I can do it.
Yeah. So, if somebody passes me a sword, I'll be able to fight straight away. But yeah, I don't know, Fable. If you think you can break out of whatever situation you end up in, you can be the prisoner.
I can. I just need a little practice.
Yeah, I just worry you're more risk.
No, I'm not. I also have, my shadow, and no one's gonna expect a shadow to be a familiar. They will expect Festus. But if a guard brings in Festus, like you being the guard,
Yeah,
it
or
seems
Festus
less
can sit on
suspicious.
anybody's shoulder. Look, Fable, I don't want to stifle your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I just we kind of need you. to be at like full potential.
Mm.
So if you've got to spend 20 seconds trying to get out of away from these guards, that's 20 seconds you're not casting magic.
But I don't want to see you get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm a lot stronger than you.
You are. But
and it's a lot easier for me to pick up a sword than it is for you to do things.
Well, honestly, I think Fable is the only one that could do it because you, me, and a lady just look too different to just fit in, right? Fable can at least, I don't know, just put on a bigger helmet and no one will bat an eye.
I can also, because Fable has an afro. She's be like, if I don't use, I also am the only one who can cast illusionary disguise, or I can change my hairstyle and look different.
I thought you just said you didn't have any illusion spells.
Oh no, I do. It's not a spell. It's just what I can do with my body. I can shape it differently and change myself and make myself look like anything I want.
Okay.
It's just
right. Look, Fable, if you think you can do this, okay, I completely believe in you.
Ramona,
I just want you to know that we're here if you don't think you can.
I believe 100% I can do this because I'm doing it for the coven.
Okay, just because you're doing something for a reason, it's your no, you've got this, Fable.
No, I also believe in it because I don't need my hands to shapeshift into a centipede.
Sure. So is that something you can do?
Yes, that's how I got
Yeah,
what
you.
the fuck was his name? Thanator.
Yeah,
That's how I got
you
Thanator
told
to
us that, but yeah, it's fine. I complete faith in you.
But if you believe you would be better option, Ramona, I would agree with that. Because you've never led me astray yet, and I feel like you're bringing me down the right path. So if you want to do it, I am willing to step down.
No, Fable, you've got this.
I won't let you down. I promise, Ramona, and then Fable's gonna give you a big hug.
Yeah, and Bonnie looks to the group of you and says, "So you're going to go with our plan?"
As long as nothing has to go loud, violent, and that will cause them to be more wary of each other prison. I mean, how are we going to get more information once we're inside?
Well, we can always get information out of someone inside.
But I think if we do go with this plan, we all should be in disguises.
Once you're inside, that's down to you. Our plan was just there to get you in the front door if you lot had no idea how you wanted to handle it.
This is why you guys are actually really bad at being a coven. It took you months to do this. It took us a few days to get in the first prison. And your furthest plan was getting us in.
Okay, but Fable, I think we got lucky, and we should be very nice to our friends who are the only source of information we have left.
They are our allies.
I think we got lucky, and these are our friends.
But shouldn't we be honest with our friends?
That's the idea, yes.
Only if it's productive, not if it's just, kind of rude and might hurt their feelings.
You guys have done a great job in the allotted time you have had. And we're proud of you. And Fable does like a little arm motion, but like it's a very slow kind of it can be taken as quite insulting, you know?
Yeah. Upon that comment, Bonnie just seems to roll her eyes. So, which one of you is going into the prisoner so I can start forging this letter?
I will. Should I be?
Lovely.
Should I be
If you
aware
could just stay
secret?
here for 5 minutes.
Oh yes.
And Bonnie seems to disappear back upstairs. And then, sort of a few minutes later, Bonnie seems to come back downstairs with a familiar contraption.
What is it?
Well, Fable, you've got one of these.
I have so many things.
You found it a little while ago and have used it to flashbang Ramona 3 separate times.
Oh no.
I forgot all about my camera.
Now, if you could just stand with your back to that wall looking at me.
Give me 1 second. I have to make sure, because if I escape from that prison with everyone else, or if I escape from that prison with the gang, and they see my face, I don't know. Is my face quite recognizable in town, Ramona and Kane?
What?
Do you think people would
Yeah.
recognize me very easily?
Yeah?
Especially Pops. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. She is going to cast illusionary disguise, so the color of the swirl in her eyes changes. Her hair, instead of it being, a big bushy afro, is just straight down. Like just her hairstyle changes to make it seem like it goes straight down to her, shoulders. And her skin, it just turns to a slightly different tone.
Now, if you're going to disguise yourself like that, you have to maintain that disguise until you're into the facility.
All I need are contacts. And do you have anything that's really hot and metal so I can make my hair straight?
Did I seriously have it unmuted this whole time?
I think
You've
so.
been muted, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been muted
I'm-
since you disappeared.
Also, you have been given a jellyfish lamp, and you're not sure who by.
Yes, Leilu. You briefly glance around and you see that there is a little jar, a masonry jar, that has a tiny little jellyfish in it that seems to emanate light.
Yes. Like a small torch.
I want it.
Well,
Yes.
it sat in front of you on the table and it wasn't there 5 minutes ago.
She will pick it up. Wait, actually, I should have asked. What's going on right now? Are we in a fight? Or are we gonna save or what?
No.
You are currently in a conversation. Fable is having her mugshot done.
We've come up with a
What?
plan,
Fable's
and
getting
it
arrested.
is that Fable is going to become a prisoner in one of these underwater zoos, and we're going to pretend to be guards.
Fable
Oh
right
my
now
God,
is using a
we're
spell to straighten her hair. Sonny, what's it called? A hot iron? That's what a straightener, but
Hair
what's it
straightener.
Hair
called?
straightener,
Yeah, why am I-
straightening irons.
Yeah, straightening iron.
Yeah, it's different from a curling iron.
Yeah. But Fable's using magic to disguise herself like this, just before, just so that she can just use a straight iron later on her hair. So that she looks different in her mugshot, and they don't know it's Fable. Are you gonna tell him my name, or are we going with a different name?
I think you should use a different name, honestly.
Same here. Instead of Fable, I'm gonna go by
Tails.
Rakala.
Fox.
The first letter.
As a DM, how are you supposed to spell that?
Rakala. Rakala. Leilu, Kane, Ramona. Or
Okay.
Ramona, Kane, Leilu. Akawa.
Can you just look directly at me, please?
She gives a big smile, looks at the camera, hair straight, eyes just slightly different color.
She looks like she's about to say something, and then she just goes, "That'll do." And all of a sudden, a blinding white flash.
Yeah.
And then, as your vision returns, she sets the this metal intricate brass box down on the table, and a few seconds later, a picture pops out. Thank you very much. I shall write to this forged letter. I shall attach the picture, and I shall send it off immediately.
I am now known as Rakala.
Actually, playing with this jellyfish.
Sorry, you cut out for a second there.
Oh no, this mic does suck. Oh no.
I'll tell you what else sucks.
Never mind. Leilu's just messing around with this jellyfish lamp.
Yeah, and you notice as you like twist this lamp in your hand and move it around, whatever way you hold the jar, the jellyfish is always the right way up.
She likes this thing. She's staring at it like how a child observes a fish tank.
And well, there's going to be one more guard accompanying you. You ultimately have the decision on who it would be, but I recommend you take Pearl here.
Lulu. Not that I would have any idea, but just make sure that jellyfish isn't taken out of water for more than 1 hour.
I hope it explodes. I hope that if you take it out of water for too long, it just kind of explodes.
It just dies. It just shrinks up and dies.
No.
Talking about the jellyfish.
Yeah, if you take the jellyfish
Well,
out of water for
And-
more than an hour, it just dies.
And it's probably only got about sort of 19 months left of life, unless you treat it really well.
Oh, that's no problem. I'll treat Mr. or Mrs. I actually don't think the jellyfish. Whatever. I'll treat Jerry nice. Jerry's too.
And if you do look after them, they can even develop additional abilities or stronger light. So we'll know how good a job you're doing based on if Jerry develops or not.
I like Jessica instead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Lol, jellyfish.
I don't know. Should I keep that?
You can call your jellyfish whatever you'd like to,
I
Leilu,
think that's a great name, Lulu.
and no one can stop you.
Jellyfish don't technically have girl or boy names, so you can call them basically anything.
And what is it that you're calling your jellyfish?
Stare. Well, Ooh, I got
What
it.
about
Uh,
Fable?
Hmm? I already have a fable. That'll get confusing. Ooh,
No, it
ooh.
won't.
What about Jemima?
Jemina. I think that sounds too feminine, but your choice.
Jemima the jellyfish makes it sound like it's a 70-year-old woman.
What about Jam?
Jam. Jam the jelly.
They do live in a jam jar.
That's perfect. Food. I totally didn't run out to buy food while you guys were doing important business.
No, enjoy your jellyfish and don't worry about the important plan that came up.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter.
So, who's got the charisma to sell this plan?
I do. Or Kane. Kane might have better charisma.
Do I actually? I think I am at +4.
You have +4
Uh,
charisma?
Yeah.
Never mind, I got
Charisma
it. I have a +9 charisma.
is
mean-
charisma.
Wait, do you have a +1 charisma
wait,
or
no,
do you
I
have a
meant +9.
+9 persuasion?
What's your diplomacy is what I meant.
Oh,
Sorry.
diplomacy. Yeah,
what's
let me
diplomacy?
check.
Well, is it going to be diplomacy or deception since you're going to be lying about being a prisoner?
Either is +12 for me.
Yeah, mine's +9 to both diplomacy and deception.
I got a +0, so
My
I'm gonna wear my
deception is
armor
a
and look scary.
my deception is a +4. However, my diplomacy is a +13.
Hmm.
You're right.
So
Depends on how long you lots want to play the part. If you want, the second you get through that front door, you can start stabbing and hacking away, or you can play the long game and get to know people.
That's
let's play the long game. Let's
we
be
can't
honest
just
here.
stab and kill everyone because then the ones after are gonna be more on guard. And then it's
Yes.
just gonna be suspicious if our disguises get found out. Then uh the Union Coven will be in danger, and then I'll have to kill Pops, and then we'll have to take on each gang in the city, and I don't want to kill Pops.
Honestly, we would just have to go through a whole army if we just started killing them. So I would rather just be sneaky until we get to the target.
I mean, no one can snitch on you if no one survives, but you guys handle this however you wish.
Oh
I like the
yeah,
one where we don't have to massacre every single person.
but what if the people that we freed start to snitch? Then we'd have to kill the prisoners as well, and not just the guards. Hmm, it's a
Hmm.
really tough call.
I'm gonna leave this one up to the two people who can potentially looks at Fable, sell Fable being a prisoner.
Hmm.
I know I can't talk our way in.
I'll talk my way into being a prisoner. What do prisoners say? Kane, what do prisoners say?
What do you mean? What do prisoners say? That's a very broad question.
Well, I want to know what I should do as a prisoner.
Well, prisoners usually don't speak much, so just stay quiet and keep to yourself, I believe.
Okay.
She might struggle
Ramona,
with that one.
Ramona rubs her temples. Complete faith.
I'll do that.
Got it.
But that's down to the lot of you. Unless you have any more questions, I would appreciate being left to write this letter.
Fable will not. We have this.
We got it. Yep.
How do Kane? How do people sneak things into prison?
You don't want to know.
I do want to know.
Trust me, Fable, you don't.
I want to sneak my slingshot
Don't they
into
put
prison.
things in?
And my sling.
Don't they put things in cakes?
Cakes?
That could help, but like you can only put it inside a cake if you are already in prison and then someone from outside the prison gifts you a cake. But like they probably have a way of finding out if there's anything inside the cake, but I'm not sure.
Prisoners are allowed cake.
I guess.
I mean, yeah. Like the other way is worse and you don't want to know about it.
Pearl, how do people sneak things into prison?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'm older now.
Older than you are.
I'm older now than I was when you said that.
Oh, I get it. Is it like? I think I get it. I think I get why you were trying to. They pay the guards to do it, and that's unjustly, right?
Why are we? What?
I want to sneak my
What?
sling in.
What? Cake?
And if we need cake, I'll go make a cake.
No, I think we don't need cake, right? Because we can just sneak anything in because we're going to be next to you in sneak as guards. So
Is it true that I have to pass
right,
the
and
biggest
and
person in?
Pearl, and I think I'm going to make the decision to choose to take Pearl for the group.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Pearl gives a big grin and then does a very overly dramatic bow.
Even when you bow, you seem quite tall.
Well, I shall have my gear ready. This will probably be occurring in the next few days. I shall have my gear ready.
Cool. I'm just going to make sure Lenny doesn't kill himself in the next couple of days.
Yeah, when are we leaving? The prison.
Well, I need to get this letter down there, and then I need to wait for a response. I can have this letter down by the afternoon, but it shall be not my choice how long it takes for them to respond.
Mm.
It will probably be ready for you. It will probably be ready to happen tomorrow, so if there's any business everyone wishes to attend to in the meantime.
Fable's
No,
gonna
I've got nothing on.
Fable's gonna pull out a fish finger and start chewing on it in front of everybody.
Breaded fish.
There's no bread on this fish.
Now, again, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to write this letter.
Crunch.
And Bonnie sort of gestures towards the stairs that lead out.
Oh, you want to?
Mm, mm.
Okay. Slowly makes my way to the stairs and up. Really dragging it out.
Bonnie, do you have any drugs? Pearl gave me some drugs yesterday, and I want to learn how to make them. They seem very addictive, and it could be a great profit margin for the auto body shop.
The what?
Our shop, the ones the goblins run.
I've never heard you call it that, Fable.
Oh. Well, I just thought the engine inside makes it run. It's very automated, so. And
You've always called it the Union before, Fable. Are you okay?
well, no, I mean, it's run by the union, but we have a shop that's run by the union. So if we sell drugs on the side with the auto body shop, the union coven will make a lot more money,
Okay.
thus using that money to influence more in this town and expand the union and the shops. This coven can run this town, Ramona.
Sure, Fable.
I also don't want to sniff more. And then she winks.
Good. Looks around, not sure what to make of this. Is everyone else okay with Fable just selling drugs?
I mean, it could be worse, right? She could be killing people.
True.
I
True.
think there's nothing we can entirely do to stop her.
Is selling drugs bad?
Yeah, generally.
And
Oh,
But as less bad than murdering people or joining gangs, so
well, that's why we made a coven.
yeah, so I don't know. I think Kane's right, Fable. You do it. You go you
Getting can Fable roll an insight, a sense motive, real quick?
What would Fable like to try and sense?
If they're only letting Fable do this because they believe they can't stop Fable. Fable wants to understand if they're really okay with this or not.
Sure, roll me sense motive.
27. Oh wait, sorry, that should be 26.
And
My perception's 12, not 13. My bad.
you can either choose to actively try and deceive Fable, or you can just allow your passive deception.
I don't know. Ramona has never met a drug dealer before. Ramona is under the impression that drug dealing is kind of bad. But also, yeah, I don't know. The only other drug dealer we know is Pearl, who gave you drugs. So I don't know. I think as long as you're not taking the drugs, Ramona's not sure what to think, but is under the impression that drug dealing seems to be a bad person thing.
Fable. Fable is gonna not wanting to disappoint Ramona, Kane, and Leilu. If Bonnie tries to give more drugs, Fable will decline and just follow the gang.
I don't know if we are that upset.
No, Bonnie. The second you guys started having this conversation, Bonnie rolled her eyes, and went back to writing the letter.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't need the drugs anyway. I don't think being a drug dealer will be good. And then she looks at Kane. Like she looks at Kane, Leilu, and Ramona for approval.
Oh my god. Out of character, I think this is Feels like one of our worst plans.
It will work, hopefully.
In character
Yeah,
check.
I mean,
out of
what's the
character
worst
check.
that can happen? You all die.
I know
That won't happen.
there's
I'm back up. I'm just kidding.
there's disguise kits in Pathfinder.
I mean, you can go to a boutique and have your hair done if you like.
Oh yes, definitely. But Fable also believes we all need um disguises for this.
Are we gonna buy this?
But yeah, eventually you're led out of this little secret room and back in the shop, and Bonnie stays behind, but Pearl comes up with you, closes the door, and Genevieve reopens her tailor shop, lifts the blinds, switches the sign back.
Once we get outside, can Fable do perception to see if there's anyone around specifically looking at us, to seek if there's someone looking at us?
Sure. Well, remember that you, Ramona, and Kane currently have things that are being worked on.
Oh, and so does Fable.
Yes. So yeah, and as you come up from the underground area and it's reopened, you notice that there is a familiar looking leather jacket sat on the tabletop.
Fable's gonna inspect it.
It seems to be Kane's jacket.
Oh, thank you.
And as you take a look at your jacket again, Kane, it's been cleaned and waxed, and you have on the back of this jacket a fundamental rune and your additional shadow rune.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm in here. Yeah, I have like 15 stealth now. That's crazy.
Yeah. What does the group wish to do now?
Fable's going to get her hair done.
Wait for my crap to be done.
Oh, the rest of
Lovely.
you should buy disguise kits and look different when you become guards.
I was just gonna like put a big bit of armor thing in front of my face, like a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here. I'll just cover my face with a either helmet, mask, or a hood.
What about you, Laylee?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. A suggestion?
I think you should know. Well, I mean, when we go against these people, when we go to be guards, you should also disguise yourself.
to. Oh, I became your attack gun. Your attack.
You're cutting, Lady. I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
Sonods, we're losing you. It seems like you're in a bad signal spot.
Yeah, she's going for
Breathe.
Antarctica. There we go.
Breathe.
Why are you Dio screaming?
I was frog reading. I'm trying to sound like the neo-Nats anyways.
I knew you were.
Oh, what if I just transformed into like your attack dog or something?
How long can you hold the transformation? So we're gonna be there for a while.
I think that as a druid, I have the ability to long periods of.
If you have the feet for it, you can. I think it's a feat in Pathfinder.
That's a lot of feats.
Frick. I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't. A druidic. Yeah.
No, it's not. I think we're losing you again.
Yeah. Back to Antarctica she goes.
Fresh up. I haven't.
You haven't got it. Okay. Oh yeah, it seems like the rest of your fable is the only one being so extra about this disguise. Everyone else seems content just to cover their face.
That's not gonna work. But okay. I'm going to buy contacts and do my hair. And then hide somewhere where no one
Maybe,
else but
and
the
she.
puppet can see me.
Maybe I need cut my hair. And she just sheds a single tear.
As you say that, Fable
Oh,
already has a sickle out and is approaching you.
oh, you did not cut your hair.
As soon as you say that, Ramona, Fable puts her sickle away and stops approaching Leilu.
We're just gonna put like masks on, lady. I think we'll be fine. I'm not cutting my hair for this, and I think I'm a little bit more distinctive than you are, at least in this city.
As long as you're sure.
I'm,
Look
I'm,
at their headphones. Like one side doesn't work, but it seems to work way better. Okay.
Buy me dinner first.
So the consensus for the party is that that you're all going to sort out your disguises.
Well, Fable is.
And the rest of you, are you each going to go look for your own disguise independently?
no, I was hoping my new coral armor comes with a helmet, and that was good enough. I don't know.
Can
Yeah,
I,
like
I'm
uh,
like part goat person. I've
how
not,
are you gonna hide your horns actually?
yeah, right. I've not seen another tiefling in this city. I'm, you know, I don't give a fuck.
What do you mean you're living with one?
What?
You're living with
Lenny
possibly
doesn't
the
count.
only other tiefling in the entire fucking city.
Lenny looks exactly like me. It would be the worst,
without boobs.
looking like
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
we all need code names.
Right, I think you should be Fable, Kane, Leilu, Ramona, and that's our code names.
No, I mean, we can't just go in the prison with our normal names.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the first person to kill somebody with a Nintendo DS.
No, you're not the first, trust me.
Almost certainly not the first person to commit manslaughter with a Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I can picture like some child beating someone to death with a DS when they're angry.
I can imagine some.
See,
I'm
I
gonna be the
picture a
first-
fat 40-year-old neckbeard beating someone to death with a Nintendo DS when they're angry.
I pictured someone actually.
I'm gonna be
dropping
the
a
first
Nintendo
recorded
DS on a baby.
case.
What?
I'm gonna be the first recorded instance of someone killing someone.
I'm gonna look up and see if that's already a thing. Hold on.
Wait, record it with the Nintendo DS. That would be way more
You'd
impressive.
need the Nintendo DS
Indeed.
because the Nintendo
That's
DS
definitely
did not
not
have a camera. God, get good.
Yeah.
The Nintendo 3DS had a camera and it worked about as well as the Nintendo 3DS camera looked like someone with cataracts.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong?
Now, if you could record beating someone to death with the DS in 3D, that would be really impressive.
But
I once knew a guy that records a school fight with a Nintendo DSi.
That's impressive.
But why?
Because
Yeah,
that's
it's
what he had to
impressive.
hand.
Oh my
But
god.
a fight broke out in the middle of the school, and that's what the guy had to hand was a Nintendo DSi.
I love the times where people just didn't have. No one, not everyone had cell
British
phones, but
comprehensive
everyone
school
had
system.
Nintendo DSs. And
this
this
is very
sense.
random for me to bring up, but for like oh. So for like the latter half of my high school years, I just got done with the mass, like doing the like early morning mass where you say a bunch of prayers,
Yeah.
mostly because it was done in the sun and I just couldn't stand it, especially when I had to wake up early. So at some point before the bell would ring, I would just kind of actually no, just in general, not even just early morning, just in general before the mass would start, I would just sneak into the school bathroom and then just hide there and give off the impression that I just so happened to be coming out of the bathroom. And I would just sit on there with my Nintendo 3DS and just play on it until it was over. I just got away with that for the rest of the year.
Good job, Snotty. Proud of you.
How do you feel? Jesus knows your sins.
Wait, that
Honestly,
just makes me.
you're really only cheating yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, that's just
And
another
Jesus.
example of me being. Actually, that's just another example of me being so aggressively invisible in that school now that I think about it.
Snotty, why won't you pray to Jesus? What's wrong with Jesus?
Because Christ is my.
That's it, Snotty. You're getting banned.
Don't make Jesus God or whatever that shit political cartoon is.
God damn it! The straw has a hole in it. 1 second, I need to get the Victorian word in. Hey, here a second. Bring me my bag, please. The spotted one. Yes, bring it, please. Don't throw it. Thank you. Take a chip for your labor. Chip for your labor.
How do I not get a chip for my labor?
Is Snod's exploiting child labor?
Yeah, she is.
Possibly.
Oh,
I can hear do it.
exploiting orphan labor. There's a difference.
First making Jesus cry, now child labor.
That's what she likes to do.
Yes, I'm
You know,
definitely.
you're molding yourself into the perfect Christian.
Okay. Actually, Stephen would not forgive Adolf Hitler. In fact, he'd probably beat the shit out of him. That if you watched a single episode.
So, Fable's gonna go get spa day. Fable's gonna go get her nails done and her hair done. What are the rest of you doing?
Spa day?
Gonna go give spa day?
Yeah, I've got nothing on. Lenny's probably not going to kill himself in a day. Again, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, fuck it. Spa day.
Right. Let's be real.
Right, so two of the party members are going to have a spa day. Kane and Laylu, what do you wish to do? Do you wish to join them on their spa day?
Sure, why not?
Why not get prettied up before we go to prison?
Exactly. What more could you ask for? So you set off and yeah, you spend your day going to a local spa recommended. You get your armor back, any purchases you made. And if you wish to do any more shopping, just take the gold off and add whatever you wish to buy. And you all go have a nice, thorough clean. Your clothes are laundered for you. You get nice bath, a hot shower. You get to relax in a nice sauna room for a little while. You have your hair done, your nails manicured, and it's coming to the end of the day, and you all feel very refreshed.
Nice.
Mm. Fable is buying everyone a Fable is buying disguise kit to put on everyone.
Nice
Fable buy
feels.
however many disguise kits.
I'm gonna buy an elite
Nice.
disguise kit just because. She's also gonna leave a magnet coin in someone's in a shop's, you know, do her normal stealing.
Sure, make me a theory check.
Got it. Got it, Chief.
Layla's just dragging her hands across the face. Nails feel so smooth and shiny. I'm like a dolphin, but without all the morally questionable stuff they do.
What do they do? 26.
26. Lovely. You are successful in hiding your coin in and amongst some random traders' things. And yeah, it's the end of the day, and you reach once more the goblin, the union's business now. No longer just a hideout spot, it's now a legitimate business.
Yeah, you look ugly. You look like her. And that's how much gold I get from the coin.
Yeah, and you all return, you get back to, you're all refreshed, your face is clean and smooth, your hands are clean, your clothes are smelling very good, and you've come back to your hideout where a couple of the goblins are working away on a couple of these motorbikes. Theranos is sat at the table doing his tax thing. He seems to be scrolling through more paperwork, reading the paperwork. It seems to be all he does nowadays.
Fair enough.
How much are we gonna have to
And
owe back the government?
I'm still trying to work that out. There are so many pages.
Fable's
This
tempted to
he
bite.
holds up like a single piece of paper. He holds up like an A4 piece of paper. This entire page exists to define protective footwear.
Boots?
Yes, this whole page just exists to define what the city considers protective footwear.
Fable's
Oh
gonna
my
take this
god.
page and cast ignition on it.
Make me an athletics check to try and snatch it from.
Oh no, she's just gonna cast ignition on it if it's just gonna stay in his hand. She's not gonna make an athletics check. She's just gonna
Sure,
put it.
you do that, and he panics and pats it out. No, I need them.
It doesn't
Don't
change.
burn anything.
It doesn't change the law if you set it on fire. We still
Oh,
have to follow the rules. We just don't know what they are.
okay. Thank you for letting me know now. I thought that could help. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just don't go burning documents again, please.
Just ask before you set things on fire. When it's
True.
someone you like is holding it,
Okay.
maybe. I don't want to put like rules on you, Fable, because that feels mean. And like, I don't know, you don't need rules, but it's just like a few little things.
Don't do drugs.
Oh,
don't
Kane, a
support
new
violence.
letter came for you.
Which letter?
And he grabs this letter off of the table and hands it to you.
Okay, I take it and slowly open it.
I shall send it to you.
Is Lenny here still?
Yeah, Lenny's sort of prodding at some food in front of him.
I just need to know he's not dead.
And as you open this letter, you read this letter, and there is a lipstick mark at the bottom of it as well.
Oh my god. Okay,
It's the first thing you notice about the letter is the dark red lipstick mark.
okay, let me just read
Oh.
this.
Oh, Fable, you went to the Flying Murlocs, didn't you? Today. Did you
Yeah.
did you manage to get any of that money back that Lenny lost?
Oh, they didn't have it.
Oh, what do you mean they didn't have it?
They didn't have it. And Fable's like, when you ask that, her eyes are darting left and right as she's like trying not to look in your gaze.
How did you know they didn't have
They
it?
didn't have it. It was someone else.
What do you mean it was someone else?
They just didn't have it.
I give the descriptions of these fish people that we met in the Flying Murlocs to Lenny. I'm like, Lenny, was it the tall red one, the short fat blue one, and the old one?
Yeah, that was the guys.
Nope, it couldn't have been the old
And that happened.
It couldn't have been
What was that, Fable?
It couldn't have been.
Why not? How would you know if they couldn't have them?
Because it wasn't them.
What? It's fine if you didn't get the money back, Fable.
Oh. Okay. Well, I told them they can keep it.
Really?
I told Pops. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like. That doesn't sound like a you thing. That's all.
Oh, well. It was Pops. What was I supposed to do? When I realized it was Pops who
I mean,
beat up.
what you normally do, rob them.
I can't rob Pops. Like, I can't rob you, or Kane, or Laylu. And then she goes and lists off everyone in
Wait,
the coven.
was Freddy on that list?
Is Freddy part of the coven?
I think Freddy's part of the coven,
Oh, I didn't know that.
right? Animals are part of covens.
I know
Yeah, I
Foxes is.
consider Freddy part of the coven.
Like Leo's definitely part of the coven, aren't you, Leo? I have the animal whisperer feat. Some animal talk to me.
Give the animal whisperer feat.
Yes, it makes me better at training animals. Our two party members can just talk to animals. It's not very useful.
No, when two of your party members can just talk to animals, just being able to train them slightly better doesn't really help.
True.
It takes about a week to train any animal to do a simple task.
I'll go give the money back to Freddy. I'll go give the money back to Freddy. But
I don't know.
Do you go give the money back to Freddy?
Fable's really considering it. I just
Yeah.
couldn't. If I took that money there, it would be a bad light, and Pops would see me differently. And he's still thinking about joining us, so I can't. I just didn't want to cause a problem for him.
Okay, I think that's fine, right? I don't know. Okay, we don't have to get the money back. You didn't lose it.
No.
Laylu, could you please make me a perception check?
Donnie.
Oh. 1.
Laylu.
15.
15?
Not 1.
No, shit. Yeah, everything seems fine to you.
Yeah, I'm the one with cataracts.
Yeah, and our hideout is just kind of chugging along. A lot of the goblins are working, some of them are sleeping. Gammon is over by the little shrine he set up in the corner, praying.
Hmm.
And something that you notice is that there seems to be a crow perched on top of his helmet.
A normal sized crow.
Yes, just a normal crow.
I think Festus looks at it menacingly.
This crow sort of hops off the helmet and hops over to Festus. Seems to be trying to get a reaction out of Festus, hopping around him.
Sure, Festus will try and kill the crow.
No.
I don't know. Is that what the crow was going for?
No, the crow seems to be doing friendly gestures towards him.
Okay. Vultures eat little birds.
Crow is not a little bird. A crow is the size of a rugby ball.
Festus is a medium-sized creature and has like a wingspan of like 8 feet. Vultures are massive.
Festus is a medium creature.
Festus is a fucking medium creature.
God, people should not be letting Festus into their business.
He's a small medium, but he is in full armored mode. Festus has a new ability he can use at any point.
What's the ability?
I can't tell you because when he uses it, it will be iconic.
Interesting.
I don't know. Okay, Festus will be friend to Crow. I will use my animal whispering to tell Festus to not eat the bird. It will take me a week of training. I am such a fucking trash tier.
You want to swap
No.
that? Tea? Are you gonna keep your?
It's fine.
Yeah, and after like a few moments of not getting the reaction this crow wants, it seems to go back to perched on the man's helmet.
Cool bird, Jarman.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to acknowledge any. He doesn't seem to acknowledge you. Deep in prayer.
Okay, sure. Fuck you too, I guess.
Fuck you too, I guess.
I don't know. The bird just came up to me. It fucked off. Rona is just a bit confused.
So, does anyone wish to do anything this evening, or does everyone wish to retire to their bunk eventually?
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to go to the blacksmith to see if he can upgrade my sword. I don't know if that's too much or not for a single
No,
day, but
that's-
maybe.
Yeah, you can go ahead to the fabricator.
Cool. I would like to ask him if he could upgrade my bastard sword from +0 to +1.
That's so
You
The-
can indeed do that.
Perfect. How much would that be?
Let me just double check. I believe it's 60 gold for the first one. 65 gold.
Okay. What about a striking rune?
A striking rune is, I believe, 35. Let me just check.
I think you got it mixed up because the app I'm using says that the potency rune.
Potency is 35 and
Yeah,
Striking 65.
striking 65.
perfect.
Nice.
That will be it then. Thank you.
So yes, for 100 gold, he is willing to add those runes to your weapon.
I say yes, please, and
If
just hand
you-
him my weapon.
How much damage will you do if you hit with a spell strike and that sword?
Uh, a lot. Yeah, it's like 2d8 plus 2.
no.
A lot. It's what Rin was doing.
Okay.
Was
Yeah, it's like
because it's the
crazy.
same damage die.
Crazy. So Kane is now massive DPS. Good.
Yes,
Yeah, Kane
as I
is
must
now
be.
group burst DPS.
Cool.
Perfect, and that will be it. Then I just return to the coven hideout and just go to sleep.
Lovely. And the evening is uneventful. People, a guy comes to pick up the bike he's had worked on. Gammon does after Gammon finishes his prayers, he seems to leave. And yeah, the goblins have their lovely feast, they have their big dinner with sharing and chatting.
How is Fat Red Freddy?
You visit Fat Rat Freddy at the end of your hammock, and he seems to be quite emphatically squeaking.
Would I be worried?
He does seem distressed.
Speak with animals moment.
Lovely. You can't speak with animals. And he looks up at you and he goes, Bestie, Bestie, can you hear that?
Hear what exactly?
Listen, listen. And then he goes silent for a second.
I'll cast perception. Wait, not cast. That's roll.
You can cast perception if you want. Yeah, make me a perception check.
Yeah, that's way better than last time. 32.
Lovely. Although people in here are chatting and there's drinking and footfalls on this wooden floor, faintly underlying all of that, you can hear what can only be described as religious chanting in a language you don't understand.
Uh-oh.
And it sounds like it's coming from the floor.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's fine. We've got a man religious chanting in our room already, and they cancel each other out.
No, he left an
Carefully.
hour ago.
Yeah,
We will carefully pick up Freddy and then back out of the room slowly and carefully, ushering Leo to do the same.
Freddy looks up at you and goes, I think they're on the floor below us.
I noticed as much, but we need to handle this carefully and calmly. She will slowly close the door, question mark. Do we have doors?
No, this is
like one big space.
big open space where
Oh.
just the back corner has a load of hammocks lined up.
We also have a shower because we're sophisticated.
Oh,
Does the shower have a door?
No,
you
it's a
guys,
group
my
shower.
brother.
Oh my god.
But yes, she will
I think only
slowly
Lenny has
back.
used it.
But yes, we need to handle this calmly and carefully. She'll just run into the main room.
Yeah, all of you see as Leilu goes to interact with Freddy, seems to squeak at him a little, pauses for a moment, slowly backs up a couple steps, and then turns around and runs towards the table screaming.
Lady, you okay?
What's wrong?
Under the floor. It's right there.
What happened?
Under the floor. Something praying under the floor. I don't understand what's going on. Please help me.
That might be Gammon. It's fine.
What?
Again.
God, why are there so many fucking languages in this? There you go.
Why are there so many languages on the planet?
God.
The Tower of Babel.
Yeah, God did it. That's why there's so many languages. I learned that in
Ah.
school.
Did you?
Hey. Charger word. She will feel herself, however, after that little freak out. I'm sorry about that. I just, don't really want to think about what someone was doing in my room.
Fable's gonna go in the room and investigate.
Yeah, you go over to roughly where Fable's hammock is. How do you investigate?
Listen in. Since it's about prayer.
You'd like to listen? Okay. Make me a perception check.
Boop. Boop. 20 plus 12. 28.
All you can really hear is the chatter of the goblins and the shuffling of feet.
Laylee, why are you lying?
I mean,
You said you can hear things under the floor.
you
I
can
can't.
ask Freddy.
I thought you said you knew exactly when all of us were lying, Fable.
Well, Layla could just be hearing it. Fable is going to let's see. She's going to take a tool and start jabbing it into the floor, trying to rip up the floor.
Just punch it.
Fable has
Trying to
a
rip
0
up the
strength.
floor.
Yeah,
Give me an athletics check.
+7. 17.
You crack one of the floorboards, but you don't seem to lift it.
Can I get
Fable,
help?
what you don't break the floor?
Oh, but Laylu's scared. She says she hears something in the floor, and I don't hear it, so I'm trying to help. Or we can go
Well,
downstairs.
I can have a listen, or I can maybe try and. Oh, that might be a better idea, just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I
Fable's
got
gonna.
I got like a migraine out of nowhere. I'm probably gonna be a bit lower energy.
That's fine.
It's okay.
That's that type of migraine that's like over your eye or whatever.
Just don't die.
Or do. I don't care.
Bleh.
Do what you want. Oh my god.
Bleh.
Yeah. Can Fable go downstairs to see?
Yeah, Fable, you can go to the sort of little internal staircase right at the back.
Yeah.
You open up this thing, and this staircase is old and dusty. And as far as you're aware, the 5 or so floors around you are all abandoned since the because the goblins told you that a fire broke out in this factory and a big chunk of this building was abandoned. So as far as you know, sort of 5 floors either side of you are completely abandoned.
That's fine. Fable's gonna go investigate.
Lovely. You go into this little stairwell, and as you sort of come down the floor, roll me another perception check.
18.
This staircase is eerily quiet. You look down and it just disappears into a void of darkness, and you look up and there's hundreds of floors above you still. And maybe like tens of floors above you still. You can't see the top. But below you is just this stairwell that winds slowly into utterly engulfing darkness.
You said it was down, right, Laylu?
Yes, I did.
Alright. I have dark vision. I'll be fine. And she's gonna start going down to see if she can find the
Lovely. How many
floor below.
floors do you go down?
She's gonna first start with the first floor right underneath us. So 1 floor down.
Lovely. You find the entrance into that floor. Do you try and open it?
Yes.
You try to open it and it seems to be locked.
All right. It's time to do the best thing ever. Fable is going to use something she bought while she was out. She's gonna take out her thieves toolkit.
Oh, lovely. Roll me a thievery check in an attempt to disarm this lock.
And I get a +1 bonus to this. Do we get another hero point since before?
Sure, let's say you've had another hero
Cool.
point.
I'm not letting that be a 2.
Ooh.
33.
Nice.
Yeah, with a bit of fiddling, you put the pressure on and you feel like this pick might snap, and then you just adjust it ever so slightly, and you feel all the pins set into place and the lock twists gently, unlocking the door.
Yeah, Fable did the whole Kingdom Come Deliverance lockpick minigame.
I fucking hate that lock picking minigame.
I do too. I do too. And then
It's
Fable is
awful and shit and impossible to do.
I mean, it is accurate.
and Fable's gonna sneak in.
Not that I would know.
Yeah, Fable, you gently push this door open, and as you begin to push this door open, you see this vibrant, low green light
It's shiny. Fable's gonna
seems
approach.
to emanate from. And as you enter this, you see the scene becomes clear to you with your dark vision. There is candles set up in a ritualistic manner, emanating this deep green, low flame that barely illuminates the room, and loads of rats scatter amongst the floor. And then across the other side of the room, you see this humanoid rat man in this grimy, ripped up black monk robe with a mace with a mace on his right hip and a shield on his left hip and a book in his hand, chanting in. Do you speak Yoski? Yoski?
That's
The rat people
No, I do
language.
not. What does the book say?
It's a rat man.
The book just seems to be this tatty old leather-bound book that's got burn marks and blood on it.
Fable's gonna wave her hand. Hi.
And this priest seems to stop in his tracks and look to you. Ah, you have come, child.
Yes, but you've been scaring one of my friends. She says she can hear weird things. I'm glad to find the source.
Must be hearing the prayers in which I speak.
What are you doing here?
And as you sort of look around this room a bit more, although it is burned and covered in these candles, this place very much looks like a church. It's got rows of destroyed, broken pews. It's got pillars and podiums scattered across the room, all that seem to have been burnt and destroyed. And behind where this rat man stands, he stands on this stage that's draped in this dusty, destroyed cloth. And a banner unfurls behind him that seems to be made out of just some sort of stitched together linen with a symbol on it.
Have I ever seen the symbol before?
I will send you a picture of what this
I just shot myself in the face
symbol
with a rubber
is.
band.
10 points.
Thank you. I took 3 damage.
Come on, Google, give me fucking useful results.
I've been dead for 12
Guys?
years, Scotty.
Yes, sorry, I just fighting Google.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I Fable investigating some evil magic that lives in our basement. And he's like, yeah, that sounds right.
I found it. I'm just putting it. Fable, you see on this painted crudely on this banner that unthralls behind this person this symbol.
Whoa, cool symbol.
Mm.
The rat man cometh.
That man taketh. Yeah, does this symbol mean anything to me?
Would you like me to make can you make me a recall knowledge check? Not would you like to? Make me a recall knowledge check.
Alright, and I'm assuming this is gonna be
Religion,
yeah,
please. Yeah.
D20 plus that number equals nothing, because I didn't do it right. $21.
You reach back into your past, back into the less organized parts of your past where you lived in places that didn't really have any sort of organized religion, and this symbol does bring some sort of memory forwards, but all it seems to really, the only thing that comes to your mind is the name Lao Shupu. Lao Shupo? Lao Shupo, probably Lao Shupo.
Hmm. Does the name Lao Shu Po mean anything to you?
Oh, you're familiar with the rat mother?
No. I just seen this
She,
somewhere. That's the name that comes to
she,
my head.
she is the one that has brought life to all of my kind. And he sort of gestures to this room full of swarming rats.
Hmm. Interesting. I should ask, are you evil or have any intentions on hurting the people who live the floor above you?
Not unless they wish to bring harm to me or my kin.
Hmm. Secondly, are all the rats within the city part of your kin?
I do my best to protect all,
No, Fable, you
but
can't make all of the rats part of the coven.
You're not here. You can't stop her.
this flock here is mine, and the others may not know who I am, but I stand to protect them in spirit.
Tell me your name.
Most, well, the few I have spoken to merely call me the Reverend.
Ah, you're a reverend of rats. Well, you seem like a very kind fellow. Nothing threatening about you. And Fable's gonna sit cross-legged in front of him. I have a proposal for you.
And what do you wish to speak of, my child?
Have you ever heard of the Union?
I am not familiar with this group.
Well, it's others like to say it's unionizing, but we're a small group of people who are self-efficient and try to make the world a better place. And you seem like you'll fit right in. We all are equals, have equal terms, and if we have a disagreement, we talk about it and have a vote. You're also welcome to stay living here because I feel like when I go back and tell the others that you're living here, um, they I don't know what they would react like. We all like animals. I'm just scared that the ranting will just drive Leilu mad unless she knows that you're a friend.
If this Leilu could hear my chant through these floors, this might be a sign for her. Please, send her to speak with me.
What kind of
Send him upstairs,
Why don't you come with me? I can introduce you to everyone. Maybe they can help convince you to
please.
join a union.
Get the rat out of our basement.
You can bring all your fellow rats if you want. We have enough food.
It is safer for my flock down here, but I shall come and I shall speak with my new neighbours.
How thick are like the ceilings in this place?
So you get wooden ceiling,
Mm,
about a foot of ceiling void, and then you get the corally concrete
okay.
that the buildings are made out of, and then you get
Well,
about a
because
foot of floor void and then a wooden floor.
yeah, it was just because he said about his rats being safer down there, but the difference is like what, like a foot of space between down there and up here. Whatever.
So it's more like 3 or 4 feet. There is like
It's
2 foot of this coral concrete stuff.
No, it's more that him being like, my rats will be safer down here is an insane statement because he's going up half a flight of stairs ish.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. No, I just want to check how sane the person was. Sorry.
What, you're telling me someone called the Reverend of Rats might be a bit insane?
Yeah, but it's how insane. I gathered he was a bit insane. Everyone in this fucking city.
Look, when you live in a massive shoebox full of billions of people, sometimes you have to get a bit weird to cope. So yeah, Fable, do you lead this man upstairs? This
Not yet.
as this man sort of comes down from this stage, he's seems to be quite old, and as he steps closer, I don't think Gabe can hear me.
No, I can. My sister just had to ask me something. I'll say something.
Okay.
She speaks with words.
So yeah, he steps into this closer to these flames, and he becomes more engulfed in this light, and he's hunched over. He's very Skaven from Warhammer-esque, with the long pointy face, the crooked whiskers, the chipped big front teeth. Hunched over, he's very short, and he wears these black monk robes with this rope belt, and hanging from this rope belt seems to be only a mace, a dagger, and a pouch, and that's all that this man seems to have on him, other than the prayer book in his hands and the shield on his back.
Oh, who's your new friend, Fable?
Oh, this is the
And yeah,
Reverend.
this slow elderly man limps his way back up.
He says he wants to speak to Leilu.
Me?
I don't know what about. But
Bailey, you don't have to speak to him if you don't want to. Who
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah, like how did he get here?
Oh, I didn't ask those questions. I just assumed he lived here before we did.
Okay.
I feel like we're actually
Hmm.
invading his territory.
Hmm.
But that's
Hi.
fine.
You
I
said
think
you
he's gonna
wanted to
join us
talk
for the
to me?
union.
Hello, child. Are you the one that heard my prayers?
That was you?
Yes. And he tries to get closer to you and hold your hand.
She doesn't object, though she does look a little confused.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a
Yes.
funny look as he does this.
This man has long nails. His hands are gnarled and freezing cold. I said I began to chant a prayer to the rat mother, and then you heard it. It must have been a calling.
Rat mother? You have a
Yes.
pregnant rat?
No. Lao Xiaopo. In your tongue, she is the old rat lady, old rat woman. But to me, she is my god. She created all of us. I even see that you've got a little friend, and he gestures toward. He sort of nods his head towards Freddy.
Freddy? I rescued him from a very terrible apartment building.
Yes, we're very adaptive creatures.
Hey. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to attend one of your, sermons. Uh, I'm a bit curious, is all.
I would appreciate you coming to hear the word. And that offer extends to all of you. Please come. You can listen to my prayers any time.
Would you like to be
Oh,
part of this union?
I'll be sure.
But for the moment, I must ask for your help.
Yeah?
What's the matter, Mr.
They call me the Reverend, dear.
Right, Sir Reverend.
I've heard words I've heard from my kin that much further down in one of the buildings around here, a group of destructive heathens have invaded the home of some of my kin and have been destroying and ruining their homes.
I see.
And I prayed to the mother to send me an answer to these woes, and it came in the form of you. Please help me. This entire time he's been tightly grasping your hand.
Oh my god, did I pray?
Oh. Well, I can't deny anyone help if they ask for it. Maybe it is destiny if I hurt you.
I didn't. Lady, you're not gonna like get like this if you talk to rats too much, are you?
You look like hound for this mess
No.
with her.
Not look like.
Huh?
No, be like gestures to this person.
What's wrong with him?
He sounds like a crazy person, and like in a not fun way.
Yeah.
Well, he's just asking for my help.
Hey, I'm sorry, Reverend, but how much contact with non-rats have you had in like the last week?
The last week, there's that lovely lady that lives about 7 floors down. She sometimes brings me tea, and we'll share a cup of tea, but other than that, I tend to keep
Yeah,
to
it's definitely a
myself.
rat.
More people here. Oh.
Yes, we are on floor, and he sort of stops to think about it. I believe this is floor 230 over the water. I live on 229, have done for the last 5 years.
Which
Wait.
floor does this person that you want us to kill?
7 down.
Seven
No.
down.
No,
The tea lady lives at 2222.
222, yes.
We don't kill
But
that lady.
no, there is another floor at 180, I think it is, that is also abandoned and is where some of my flock live.
180. And you want us to?
I want you to go down and drive off the people that have been attacking my kin.
I'll do it.
Okay. Is that still above the surface, or is that
That is still above the surface.
okay?
Floor 0 is water level.
Floor 0 is water level.
Yes.
We're 200 floors above the water level. Jesus Christ!
These
I know you keep
tall
telling me how big
buildings
they are.
are miles tall.
I
You
know,
aren't
but this
even at
is-
the top.
I know we're not at the top. This is crazy. I was like, if we want to find the upper echelons of society, we might be able to just go straight down through this building. But that would
How
take us like a fucking week.
Yeah, like how far away are we from the sea level? Like how tall is each floor?
You each floor is, I don't know, the
Big.
maybe slightly over 10 foot a floor.
In meters, please.
In meters. Oh,
Like,
fuck.
no, it's probably like 2.5. That's what like a normal floor
Yeah,
is,
like
right?
2.5
Yeah,
meters.
2.5 meters. Okay.
So you're about
Times 230. Just over half a kilometer.
Yeah,
you're
like
about half a kilometer from the surface.
a little bit over 600 meters. That's a lot. That's like really, really fucking tall.
Yeah, and you're sort of kind of near the top of these buildings. You can see the top of these buildings, but you've never been up to the top of these buildings.
This,
Mhm.
and we don't know how far underwater it goes. Yeah, this is like a fucking mile-high building.
These are nightmare space towers that reach miles into the sky. And there are parts of the city where there are parts of this city where you cannot see the sky nor the sea, with how densely packed these networks of bridges and buildings and tunnels are.
Nice. All right. Crazy how fucking big these things are.
Great. Can Fable try to Reverend, if I were to go on the
Yes,
outside
child.
and drive my bike down to floor, you said 180?
Yes, 180.
Would I be able to enter in from floor 180? From the outside.
I think so, or at least one of the floors near it.
Alright. Fable's gonna start approaching her bike.
Yeah, and Laylo's still grasping onto your hand. This old, withered rat man goes, "Thank you for your help, my child."
Welcome. Just more so relieved you weren't going to hurt me or anything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, as you say that, it does catch your eye. This man's prayer book that seems to be sort of just slung over this rope belt is stained with blood.
Hey,
You weren't going to hurt me, right?
Of course not, my child. You've answered my prayers.
quick group huddle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd make sure the Revenant Rats was slightly far away. So I know Freddy gets a vote in the union. I don't think all of the rats should get votes in the union.
Why not?
I don't know. I think we should have a representative of the rats, and it should be Freddy, and not the Reverend Rat either.
The rat representative.
But he's a representative of rats, and if
I think we should ask Freddy if he can represent all the rats. I just worry that if we had to have every rat make a vote, it could make voting take a long time because there is a lot of rats, and I don't know if rats can use paper
But
or pens.
what if the Reverend is every other rat, but Freddy is still Freddy?
Well, wait. Can you, Laylee, can you bring Freddy into this huddle?
Huh?
Can you bring Freddy into this huddle?
Sure.
How long does Speak with Animals last again? Sorry, I keep forgetting.
I believe it's like. Boopity boopity. 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah, Freddy can still speak to you, Laylu.
Hey, Freddy. Lady, can you tell Freddy to ask what the vibe of this guy is?
You will repeat that to Freddy.
Yeah, and Leilu, Freddy looks over to the man, then looks back to you and goes, "Well, bestie, he seems a bit nuts, but he seems to be a rat man. He knows the rats."
Freddie, how would you incorporate rat voting into the union? Rats are smart. Freddie can solve this problem. And we're going to leave that with you while we deal with this problem, Freddie.
Hey, rats are able to play Doom.
Yeah.
Okay, Freddie. I don't know what Doom is.
I know what
I
it
need
is.
you to come up with a solution to how many rats are there in the building, Freddie?
How am I supposed to know? It's like some.
Cool. You have to figure out how some rats are going to vote. Freddie has managed to find a pile of gold. What's the rat reverend currently wearing? Rags and a bloody book.
That's
Yes.
fine.
He does also have a bloody dagger hanging from his hip and a light mace.
See, he's not even like cleaning his dagger. That's gonna rust. I think we should stick with Freddie. We'll do what this man wants. I have more faith in Freddie to benefit the union.
True. Though honestly, we also need to buy him some new clothes. I don't want to be friends with someone who dresses like that.
I don't mind.
Hello?
What?
I think
Who
we
left?
lost
I think we
Sorry.
lost the snods.
again snods.
We've regained
She's
the
back.
snods.
Yes.
Weird. You guys just randomly stopped making noises.
I think.
I'd like to when we get back from floor 180. I think we should have a vote on rat membership.
Why bring this up now, though?
What? So Freddie can come up with a plan before. I don't know.
I think
So Freddie knows what we're doing.
he looks like some of the. He's dressed like some of the people that lived in my forest. And Fable looks over at the Reverend and waves at him.
The Reverend gives a very slow old person wave.
Those people also enjoyed and practiced cannibalism, as well as stuck people's heads on spikes.
Sorry?
They also believed if you skinned people alive and animals, you can hold their essence. What were we talking about again?
Yeah, Freddie, we're gonna leave that with you. And as a member of the union, we're letting you know that we want to hear your ideas on rat membership. And
Freddy gives you a tiny little rat thumbs up.
Now, Freddy, make sure you talk to the Reverend of Rats. Get to know them. And, shall we go then?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really weird if we just can't, what the fuck is not Kane? God damn it. Larry the cable guy. No. Ramona's brother.
Larry.
Lenny.
Is it Larry or Lenny?
Lenny.
His name is Lenny, and
Lenny. It'd be funny if we see Lenny down there. and he's the one that's terrorizing the rats.
No, Lenny's trying not to get close enough to this rat man to smell him.
What does he smell like?
Stale blood.
Stale blood and dirt and maybe a little bit of rat poop.
Ah, that's fine. That's not a bad smell to Fable.
Yeah, Fable, to you, this man smells like nature.
Yeah, exactly. Fable kind of wants to cast prestidigitation on everyone to make them all smell like nature.
Nice. And I think we're pretty ready to save the rat. We're doing the opposite of what normal adventurers do.
What do you mean? What do normal adventurers do?
Uh, typically go into basements and kill rats.
Sounds like a you issue. But
They're not really adventurers. No, we're saving people from like weird zoos. That's like stuff.
yeah. Alright. Is that are we ending the session here?
This will be where you end the session.
Okay, I just wanted to ask.